Hey y'all, y'all know y'all miss me. Today is laundry day. No, it's no sheets on this bed. I don't give a shit, bitch. I got a comforter. Ain't no pillowcase on my pillows or nothing. I'm watching The Simpsons, minding my business. Well, I'm kind of minding my business, kind of minding other people's business. So I hear, God damn it, where's that my control at? Hocus pocus, mucus, mucus. I don't own the rights to nothing you hear in the background. If you do hear it, it's fair usage, God damn it. So look. Oh shit, that pillow was low to the floor. God damn. Okay. So I heard Raz B still looking for justice. That poor boy. And people talking about that. Some of people saying they believe him because his story consistent. Other people talking about he always changed his mind. He wishy-washy. I think his story has been pretty consistent. I've been eating this. My mouth is clean. So, anyway, I think his story has been pretty consistent. When he first came out, he didn't name other victims, and then when he first came out, people was not people, but his bandmates. Is that what you call them, bandmates? His bandmates was his bandmates. I just woke up, y'all. His bandmates was saying he was crazy and stuff like that, like they do now. And, so he didn't necessarily go crazy, but he got real vengeful. And he was like, nigga, y'all got raped too. What the fuck you talking about? Basically. I believe him because other people have coerced his story, confirmed his story. What about Little Drummer Boy? I forgot his name. I think his last name started with a K. His first name started with a K. He did an interview on this girl YouTube channel. I don't know her name, but I did catch the interview, honey. And he was sexually abused. He tried to take the video down. But if you look up his first and last name without Drummer Boy in the middle, I believe you could probably find the interview. I saw it like a couple years ago, maybe a little over a year ago. I'm not sure when I saw it. My concept of time sucks. So, anyway, and then we have, oh, what about that time they did that fucking, what was it? They had like a reality show or something back in the day, and they was all mad at him for saying that shit, and they was like, leave it, if you got this, and what intrigued me the most, and it's a clip on that boy Sean channel, Sean something, he be on my timeline, I subscribe to him, I don't watch his channel a lot, but he been talking about Raz B too. Look up hashtag Survivor Chris Stokes, and then you should be able to see his videos. I know it started with an S, Sean something, S-E-A-N something. In one of those videos, he got a clip from the reality show where Fizz was mad, talking about do what you gotta do for you, bro. Believe us out of it. He never said he was wrong or never said he was lying. He just said he wanted to be left out of it. The reason why I feel like he want to be left out of it is because he I think they want to be out of it. For some reason they how can I put it? Equate abuse with sexuality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it is. They equate being abused with being gay, and that's not what it is. An abuse victim, a rape victim, is a rape victim. You know what I'm saying? If a girl get raped by a girl, that doesn't make her a lesbian. I'm sorry, not that arid. I forgot something about an algorithm. You can't say that. But if a female is abused by a female, that doesn't make that female like females. That just make that female someone who was victimized by a female. The same goes for a boy. If a boy is abused by a male, that doesn't make him a homosexual male. That just makes him the victim of a male. So I think all around it's pretty screwed up that they would rather let Raz B be out there by himself, and they would rather call him crazy, say something's wrong with him. But like in the concert when he ran off the stage, it was because he saw, allegedly, even though we all saw it, allegedly it's because he saw Chris Stokes I've been watching too much Scarborough, y'all. Because they saw what the fuck is his name? I'm not gonna say his name. He a whole ass nigga. They say he saw that bitch ass nigga on the side of the stage and it threw him off where he couldn't concentrate. That's like PTS. That's like a PTSD. That's like a victim. And I honestly think this is conjunction on my part, but I honestly think that he got the worst amount of the abuse or the grunt of the abuse because he used to live with that man. Remember, Chris Stokes is his cousin. Chris Stokes is his kinfolk. You know what I'm saying? So, and his mama was a drug addict, allegedly, but, and, so I believe, this is conjunction on my part, I believe that, I don't know how he obtained guardianship of that boy, but when he obtained guardianship, I believe that he received the most of the rape or the grunt of the abuse. You know what I'm saying? People say, oh, he didn't touch Omarion. Okay, well, number one, Omarion's mother was a celebrity stylist, so she already ascertained a particular amount of wealth. So Omarion wasn't no desperate kid, you know what I'm saying, whose family needed him to make this money so that they can survive. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, and then not only that, but I believe he's married into Omarion's family. You know what I'm saying? Omarion don't have no small-ass family. It's a bunch of them. So with that being said, that is part of his beard. Omarion is part of his beard. You see what I'm saying? Like, if it's... And, you know, beard is not just for closeted gay men. You have pedophile, child abuse, people that harm children who have cover families so that you would suspect them. Matter of fact, he used his cover family as a way of saying that he used his cover family as part of his alibi. I'm not gay. Strike one, because you can be gay and hurt children. I have a family. Strike two, a lot of abusers have families. You have serial killers have families and seem normal. Everyone has a family to seem normal so they can do abnormal shit behind the closed doors, behind the scenes. Yeah, he said some other stuff. So anywho, and then you gotta remember the fact that Little Fizz didn't have nobody. The other boy didn't have nobody. It's like their families, even if they were like kind of sort of close to middle class, their families was still dependent on that check. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of boys go through that. Look what happened to Aaron Carter and Nick Carter. You know what I'm saying? Luke Diamonds may have died in prison, but his horror stories live on. You know what I mean? So I believe Raz B. Let's not also remember that when he recanted his story, he paid the mama off. You know what I'm saying? Because he did that whole apology thing. The mama had got some money. She was supposed to get a job. And they was sending him death threats and stuff and saying that they could get to his mama. You know, he was living in another country, but they could still get to his tea lady. So when he came here, I forgot what drew him here, but he did do that. He recanted. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think a recantation, yeah, Webster did it. I don't think recanting his story that time makes him a liar. You know what I'm saying? He's still under Chris Stokes' thumb. Like, there is no reason for him to come to that that tour. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he got his check as being part owner or full owner, I don't know, of B2K, but we have to also remember he didn't have to come on the tour. Like, why was he there except for the tournament Raz B? You know what I'm saying? They have an authority thing. They like to exert power. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see how he's still married. How people still let him around kids. Because the allegation of raping a child, the allegation of harming a child is grounds for divorce. I would be going to his storages, checking the stuff that's in his name. I would be doing all kinds of stuff to find out what he did. Because you know they keep videos and have souvenirs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Remember him and Batman, a.k.a. Marquise Houston, whatever his name is, they used to live together in that one bedroom town, one bedroom high rise condominium, whatever you call it. It was on tour of my house on MTV, whatever that show's called. It was a one bedroom. They was definitely living together. Mr. Married Man. Why you showing a one bed townhouse that you sharing with Marquise Houston? So, at the end of the day, I don't know why this man gets so much protection. Why no charges have been brought up. Why no investigation has even been done. Maybe he's sending videotapes to the higher powers that be. And they say he's crazy. They say Raz B's crazy. I don't think Raz B's crazy. I think he's a victim that hasn't got justice that can begin to heal because he's always been tormented by the person that victimized him. You know, Chris Stokes said, I didn't rape you. Your brother raped you. If his brother did touch him inappropriately, I'm sure you watched and made it happen because you had custody of those children. You know what I'm saying? Just like you used to watch them in the shower as if they all had to bathe together. And it's funny how, you know, they always say that, oh, Marion was always separate. He always had his own tour bus, you know, stuff like that. I honestly think that the rest of the B2K members are jealous because Omarion wasn't getting touched. He did have his own tour bus. He did travel with his people. I honestly think that part of them hate him because he didn't have to go through what they went through in order to get that fame and lose that, and you know what I'm saying, and that no money. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly don't see how Omarion could be cool defending that man. Like, bro, this man has been saying for years, yo, people touched him. And you ain't got no problem with it. Your aunt not suspicious. You know what I'm saying? I bet you're not leaving your children around them. You can't call somebody else crazy when you don't know what really happened. You wasn't there. And he needs help. And he's not going to get help. Because, like, y'all writing him out like something wrong with him. It's been like 10 years. And he's still saying the same thing. I really think that let me see. How can I put this? How can I put this? Hey, look, it's little Bart's fire truck. How can I put it? Okay, I get it. This is what I'm trying to say. How can... I don't know how to put it into words. You know how it's something in your mind and you can't like quite... I get it. So how can he possibly heal from such a traumatic event when he's being denied that the traumatic event happened? It's something along those lines I'm trying to say, but it sounded so much better in my mind. And then look at how guilty Chris Stokes is acting. Let's let's think about this. What about the fact that Chris Stokes always goes after the people that surround the story, that print the story, that load the story. Like that, but he never goes after Raz B. Because there's such thing as exculpatory evidence. He's gonna have to prove that he didn't touch that young man in order to get him to shut up. But you can go after every you can go after every outlet that prints or talks about the story. But you can't go after the person that's telling the story without going to court. I just really believe that you know, so I just, I just honestly feel like people are so willing to dismiss Raz B because they feel like he has erratic behavior. He doesn't behave accordingly. Well, unless you were abused by the person who went to court and said, we're going to take care of you, don't put this young man in the system, then, I mean, touch, then, or whatever you have to say for the algorithm, then you don't know how he feels. You know what I'm saying? He had to live with that man. That man had custody over him. So it's not like he got to go home after those tours. His home was with the monster. And it's not like he was living with that man's family, you know, with Omarion people. He had family. They were ostracized and cast aside, you know what I'm saying, for the time where he temporarily had custody over them. You know what I mean? And I honestly believe that with Chris having access to Raz B's mother, either Raz B's mother sold her. This is conjecture. This is alleged on me. This is what I believe in my mind. That she made a deal, knew that boy was going to be touched, and sold him. And when he put that story out there, he was like, look, I'm going to get your mom back on that dope. You better shut your mouth. I'm going to go drop some pills out to the bitch right now. You know what I'm saying? Because she's always fighting this an addiction. And I think Raz B must have left her alone because, you know, you don't see no pictures of her and him together. Like, even on his social media, I'm going to go look again. But I think that, you know, he won't be able to heal until people acknowledge that he has something to heal from. People are ignoring him like, you know what I'm saying, like he's lying. And then all the B2K members blocked him after the tour. Like, so y'all just victimized him all over again. Y'all used him to get through the tour, and then y'all, boom, fuck that nigga. All over again. When it's like, bro, that's not fair. That man is went through something. He's hurting. Y'all know what he been through. Like, he's not lying. Y'all was fucking raped too. And y'all was made to touch each other too. The only ones that probably got away is what's that guy that was in Immature? Romeo probably got away. The little Filipino boy probably got away. That was in Immature. And Omarion probably got away. You know what I'm saying? And didn't Omarion replace somebody? That person probably got away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, bro. Everybody thinks that Raz B's crazy. Everybody thinks that he's making this up. He's been saying for a long time. For a long, long time that this man touched me. He recorded that conversation that he apologized to that boy for because, you know, you didn't give me permission to record you. But when they was talking about being raped in a polo teddy bear, you know what I'm saying, they would always be sitting in the bed, and it was so weird. Chris, he would make y'all touch each other, and Chris would want to watch. You know what I'm saying? I just feel as though at some point, if he doesn't get, if he doesn't get some form of, what's the word where people believe you? You know, like where you was victimized and people actually believe it happened to you. You know what I'm saying? What's that word? Some type of, is it reciprocity? Is the effect of that? Would that be reciprocity? Like, until he gets some type of reciprocity, he cannot get to the point to where he could be mentally okay. You know, For some people, it's just simply forgiveness. But then how can you forgive somebody that it wasn't sorry or is constantly belittling you or berating you? You know, like who made Jason Lee's interview come down? He interviewed him. He talked about the alleged abuse, and they went after the Fox network not to post the interview instead of going after Raz B to make him be quiet so he cannot say anything ever. I remember Raz B went on social media and said, hell, nigga, I'll take a polygraph test. How recent was that? You know what I'm saying? Then when I look to me, when I look at Mr. Strokes, when I look at that man, he looks like he's a pervert. He look at fat. I don't know who touched him to make him think touching is okay, but he's definitely one. Definitely one. And if Marion mama had been best friends with his wife and hadn't been part of his cover story of normalcy, he'd have been touched too. With that long, pretty hair. It's the reason why he was treated better than everybody in the group. Because he's part of his cover story. And he made sure those boys didn't become friends and brothers. Because soon after Marion got there, how long was they really working together before they split that group up? He couldn't have him getting close to them and they confided in him what's happening to them. He kept a wedge between them boys. Look at their story. There was always a wedge there. Always. Maybe that's the real reason why Fizz fucked April. I wonder if April confided in Fizz. If Fizz confided in April the truth. That's a good question. Did she? April tell us. You know, April tell anybody business for $1. Somebody get that girl some money. Anyway, so this is Messy Bitch TV, honey. And I honestly think that Christopher Stokes did it. I believe that young man. And I also believe that it is a damn shame and a goddamn disgrace that the other victims of Chris Stokes haven't come forward so that they can all heal from this. It's not going to get better for anyone. For anyone. If they don't say something. You know what I'm saying? You going to be steady smoking all that dope, little Fizz. Your son is always going to be a potential victim unless you let that go because hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? You like to call Monique crazy, but your ass is crazy too. Your ass is crazy too, sir. And we don't know what J Bug like. Have y'all seen his wife? I just think that it's a damn shame they didn't back him up. Even if it didn't happen to them, it happened to him. You know what I'm saying? And we don't believe him. Why you don't believe him? People never believe the person. The person that touched me was the top deacon at the church, highly respected in the community. They do it. You know what I'm saying? They're good at covering it up. They're good at manipulating what you see and believe. They're good at it. You know what I'm saying? They're good at making themselves look like they wouldn't do such atrocities when in fact they would. That's all I'm saying. And shame on y'all for not being open-minded enough to know that, yes, it can happen. And yes, anybody can potentially be a victimizer, just like anybody can be a victim. All right, guys. Love you guys. It's Messy Bitch TV. And I'm out. I'm being messy today, y'all. I'm finna be... Oh, I got to talk about Michael B. Jordan and his beard. I'll be right back, y'all. Love you.